Okay. Let's come over here. Let me move this down a bit. Alright, I know I'm live now. I'm just trying to get myself set up here. And as the title suggests, we're going to take a look at death rates in various places in the world from cardiovascular disease. And this has been a while since I've done a any live streams. I'm a little rusty at this, but as always, comments and questions are always welcome. There. Let's upload some data. We are, of course, as you might guess, using Quadratic AI to do our analysis. This could be an extended analysis. Who knows? Maybe even as long as minor details. You always got to make sure that your cursor is where you want to start at. Okay. So what you can see is you got. I'm going to keep that. And so you can see this. So this is probably rate per 100,000. It's all sexes. So over here it says rate all ages. Then we got rate by age group. All right. Now what's interesting, of course, is what? Well, you got entity and you got code. Now entity is countries, continents, sometimes income groups, and sometimes includes a whole set of data for the world. I don't think this includes the data for the world. Okay, so let's just do this. Visualize your data with the. Why don't we do this? Yes, it is. So we're going to scroll this to the left now. Okay, very nice. So it gave us a quick plot of the age groups, mortality rates. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't include the total group. Very good. So you can see the highest age group, as should come as no surprise, is okay. Okay. So let's try something different. Add another country for Albania. Okay. Okay. Compare two countries' mortality rate. Show average mortality rate by age group. Add another country to the mortality. Compare two countries. So what we see to a certain extent is that the data is pretty okay. So let's try this. So let's ask does the because we know if the code is missing, that generally indicates a continent. Based on the, I can confirm it contains countries. The data appears to be categorized into countries. Okay, good. All right. So let's try something tricky here. Okay, let's scroll up here a little bit. All right. And of course, as always, do me a big favor, click that thumbs up button for me, okay? And always stop by that channel and say hi, all right? Make the same. Wow. Int. So, okay, so let's see what happens. We're going to say the code is empty. So this should give us continents. Now we can also ask it, for instance, give us the top 5, give us the 5 countries for the, or give us a plot of the 5 countries with the highest mortality rate in in 2020. Okay. Let's zoom out, make sure we're not missing something here. Okay. See, we got code, all right, where code is null. Let's go back over here now. I thought it did. Okay, plot the cont continents. I thought it was missing something. Okay, I thought that's not great, but that'll help. Let's take this. Let's do this. Let's add a page. Let's just try something here. All right. Let's take this, put it down here. I'm missing something over here. Yes, let's create a continent mortality heat maps. Let's take a look over here. So here's the continents. So Africa continues to be the highest, followed by Oceania and the Americas. All right, so let us create heat map, okay? Hey, again, if you're in the background, hey, just stop by the old chat session here and say hi, okay? So now we got a nice little heat map. I'm not quite sure how to read it, but that's all right. Interesting. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and get that out of here. Creating ourselves a nice little map over here. Okay. What is a mortality trend by country? Yeah, I thought this had continents. I thought sure it looked up like Africa or something like that. So what we're going to do here, the first half of this video, which is also going to be part of the Quadratic AI channel, which means it's under 15 minutes, will end after this plot here, but we will continue to move on with our analysis for another 30 seconds or so, okay? Okay, good. Okay, very nice. Mortality trends, okay, by continent. And back over here. All right. And that ends our session for the Quadratic AI channel here. I'll wait a couple minutes and pick back up. And again, our data tonight has to do with mortality rates for from cardiovascular disease worldwide. One more minute, then we'll pick back up. Okay, wait until this go to 14. Let's end it right there. Okay, so this ends your Quadratic Analysis AI channel video for this Friday evening. Let's pick back up with our mainstream here. Okay, now let's have it. So we say plot the data for the So we're going to say plot the data for the countries with the highest, what's this, the highest rate all ages as of 2020. Now, what we really want is, of course, we really want to plot. We want the line plots for these countries. We may not. We may just get a bar plot with the with the countries, but we'll see what happens here. As of 2021. Okay. So again, this should be per 100,000, I think. So Bulgaria has the highest. Interesting. Well, look at this. If this is correct, the Eastern Bloc countries have the highest mortality rate from for the for mortality rate. Now, what's interesting, if we look at the numbers worldwide, okay, if we look at the numbers worldwide, uh, the largest cause of death is cardiovascular disease. But if we take America out of that number, the largest number of deaths are caused by respiratory disease. It's kind of interesting, okay? What else can we say here? Let's say 5. The percent. So what we're looking for a plot where we're going to where the y-axis is going to be the percent of change. So we don't know which countries have seen the biggest percent of change. Okay. Okay. So that's not bad. But again, this still shows right what we really want to see is we want this to be the percentage over here, so we can see how much the percentage. So is there more than one country over here? It says 5. All right, well, so let's go back up here. So this is helpful nonetheless. So this is the top 3. They've all seen dramatic. So actually, if you look over here, Australia has seen the biggest decline. All right. While Canada has also seen a nice decline. What's this here? The Netherlands has also seen a very. So this is why we're seeing the 3 countries, the 3 continents there. Okay, good. Once again, let's change this. All right. Let's take a look at this. Okay. What's this over here? Okay, so what it had to do, I guess, is it actually had to go out and look and determine what countries made up individual continents. I guess that's what happened here. So again, this is the mortality rates over time. Top 5 countries have seen the biggest mortality rate up. So Bulgaria is seeing all these countries have seen some increase. 545. Yes, that's analyze. Let's analyze. Let's analyze mortality rates by age groups. Okay, by age groups. Now here's the thing: if we say that it's only countries, or if we say it's create another chart for another country. So we essentially want the same plot, but we want it for the 3 countries with the highest mortality rates. So we sort of got that already, don't we? So we'll go, I think we'll get rid of that one there. We sort of already have that, don't we? Surprise me. Surprise. Surprise me with another plot. This will probably be the last plot for this evening, okay? Okay. Distribution of mortality rates across different years. Let's expand this. Let's zoom in. Let's expand this plot here. There. And that's in their broadcast with that plot there, okay?